Good morning. So a few days ago I posted a shoulder and neck stretch that targets down through the front side of the neck, across the shoulder and into the arm. And I posted the pictures of the difference of a client who did that and how one shoulder was about 1.5 inches to 2 inches lower than the other shoulder after we targeted only one side. So this is the follow-up video on how to do that stretch. Go ahead and find a comfortable seated position. Prop yourself up on a blanket or a bolster, something to give your hips a little bit of a lift. And then once you're there, extend the right arm out. Palm is facing forward and the thumb points up towards the ceiling at first. This is just so that we find a little bit of openness across the chest. And then we rotate the thumb to point down so that the palm points out behind us. Bend the elbow and draw the hand behind the back. Now you can see I'm pretty open and pretty flexible, and I have long limbs as well. So it's easy for me to get my right hand to the left side of my waistline. And then I take my left fingers and I interlace the hands. And then I can kind of pull that arm over a little bit more and lock it against my back. So I'm creating a pretty strong bind. And then pinch the opposite elbow back. So you're really opening up and exposing through the chest. Now, if you can't get all the way across like this, that's no big deal. Go where you are, grab the wrist with the opposite hand instead, and find still that little bit of a tug. Now, once you have that bind, you keep the chin centered, you keep the chin parallel to the floor. You don't really drop the chin or overlift it, and then you just take the head over to the left. Holding down with the right shoulder, since it's the right arm that is in the bind right now. Letting that right shoulder start to relax more and more, allowing the left ear to come over towards the left shoulder. So you're stretching away from the arm that's bound. And this helps to really deepen the stretch through the neck, through the outside edge of the neck. A little bit more towards the back of the ear for me is where I feel it, down into the top edge of the shoulder. Depending on the tightness that's in your neck and shoulders, though, that's going to vary. Once you've held this for about 4 to 6 breaths, you keep the head in the same position, so you're extended out through the neck, and you just turn the chin down towards the collarbone as if trying to look over the left shoulder. The common mistake that we make is we drop the chin too much, or we lift the chin and rotate it. And you can still target the stretch a little bit that way, but if you keep the head tilted over to the left and then find some rotation with the chin, it's going to pull up behind the ear and up underneath the jaw a little bit more. And then you consciously continue to relax that right shoulder more and more. I like to close my eyes. Feel the way the breath moves through the body. And on each exhale, try to let go a little bit further. And then when you come out of it, you bring the chin to center and then head back up. And then release the arms and just take a moment to sit. And you can even now, you can see the difference in my shoulders. Let me get my hair out of the way. You can see the slight difference in my, it's a huge difference in my shoulder. The right shoulder is a lot lower than the left shoulder. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the left side so that you guys can see that even out. So then the left arm extends out, palm face up. Sorry, not palm face up, thumb face up, palm face forward. You rotate the arm down so that you get this internal rotation of the shoulder, making it easier to take this bind. Take the left arm behind the back and find your bind, whether you grab the wrist, whether you interlace the fingers, and then hug the shoulders down and the elbows towards each other. Now, it's easy to really pop forward with the rib cage here. Press the mid back into the forearm, and then once you're secure through the arms, you'll take the right ear towards the right shoulder. Consciously letting that left shoulder relax, staying long through the neck, staying slightly engaged through the neck. It's dangerous, or it becomes dangerous, when we just drop all engagement, unless we're doing a specific type of yoga that targets dropping all engagement, like a yin or a restorative. Super intense on this side for me. And again, once you've held it for about 4 to 6 breaths, just start to rotate that chin down towards the collarbone, as if trying to look over the right shoulder. And you're just looking to about right here on the shoulder. So you're not trying to look backwards, just to that edge. This is the reason it's so important to have the hips relaxed or to be propped up in such a way that the hips can relax so that you can really target through the neck. You're not worrying about holding stress in the hip flexors or in the low back. And then when you're ready, again, bring the chin to center and then the head back to center. Release the arms. You can see I'm a lot more even now on the sides. So be careful, be cautious with this one. Pay a lot of attention because it is the neck. Notice where you feel it. For me, today it was really powerful up around the ear, and that's kind of because I've got a tension headache that stems from the back of my neck. But it could vary from day to day. Now, with a big difference, like what happened when I did the first side and I was kind of like this and crooked, if we think about our shoulders being in this position all the time, and once we stretch one, it has that much of a drop, think about how more effective it's going to make it for your chest, for the tension in your neck and shoulders to kind of start to reside over a period of time if you do this stretch on a regular basis. And if you have any questions, please email me at bodybreakthroughs@gmail.com or check out my website at www.rachakayoga.com. Hope you have a great day.